On Monday, November 13th, M Squared reached its golden mark with the taping of its 50th episode. I had a chance to go behind the scenes and watch the crew in action. I'm here celebrating the 50th episode of M Squared. This is a huge achievement for Hawk TV. As being a producer of M Squared, what do you think the accomplishment is of a 50th episode?
It means it's long-standing. It means people are actually out there enjoying the program for the most part, because without that base, you have no reason to actually do the show. And to see that we got to a 50th episode is just like monumental. Like, you see that kind of excitement and build-up. People are dedicated to this show, and that says a lot.
Now, you were with the show from the beginning episode. Did you ever think it was going to get to 50 episodes?
No, I hadn't actually thought about how many episodes we were going to do, but I was hoping that it'd be going as long as I was going to this school, so I don't know, I'm probably not going to see 100, but I can't wait for that, at least.
And how have you seen M Squared change through these 50 episodes?
I've seen, I've seen the music evolve a lot, the different kinds of videos we've had. Locations are hard. Really hard to find different places, but I don't mind doing the same place every time. Obviously, the hosts have changed, the producers have changed, and I think it's just grown a lot. It's more music that people want to see and want to hear. So I hope we can grow in every aspect, even with band interviews.
I think it's a great accomplishment for the show because, it's been going for, 50 shows, and we're doing like a 50s theme, so like we're all like dressing up as 50s, and you're using the green screen, so we're going to have like 50s background, and I think it's cool.
And here's to 50 more. Roberta, Carlin, Hawk TV News.
Hey!
Imagine being deaf and not being able to speak, but being an athlete and a full-time student at the same time. This is what Danielle Element has to deal with every day. How did you choose to go to Monmouth?
Really, she was recruited for softball. Mm-hmm. And somehow it just happened. Her name got sent to a company that she was looking for a school, and the coach read her name. I said, oh, Danielle, and then saw her playing, liked how she was playing, came to her game and recruited her.
And what was the hardest thing, considering your disability, for you to play with teammates?
The communication. Really, some people are vary, and some are no problem, they just learn. Other people just try to avoid her because they're not really comfortable with the fact she's deaf and don't want to talk to her, so it's harder. Some people, they understand sign and the culture and deaf culture, and they know what sign language means. Other people, so they want to learn, and other people just don't want to learn. But really, it depends on the person. It was never really that hard for her. She's very flexible. She'll write back and forth, or demonstrate, show what to do, or just teach sign language.
What do you see yourself doing after you graduate?
Really, before I came here, I wanted to teach sign language, to teach ASL, because I enjoy it, and I do it at the Catholic Center here. So she thought maybe she would teach high school, but she just had an internship, and she loved it. She enjoyed it so much, to be a counselor for deaf people, mentally ill patients, or school counselor, something like that, the deaf. She loved it because it's easy to communicate, and she enjoys helping people. I saw her walk in, no idea that she was deaf at all. I looked at her, I looked at my friend, I was like, who's that? I didn't know she was deaf or anything, and then like 2 minutes later, I saw her interpreter walk in, and they just started like signing to each other, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, looks like I'm not getting to know her soon. And I always wanted to talk to her still. Like I was thinking about her, and I just couldn't stop, no matter how much I tried. So one day I was like, you know what, forget this. I went to the store and I bought a sign language book. I taught myself the alphabet and the phrase, how are you? I went up to her in the student center one day and I was like, how are you? And she looked at me, she was like shocked that I actually learned this, and she just starts going on. I was like, whoa. So that's how we met.
And what part of Danielle amazes you the most?
She doesn't use her deafness as an excuse.
And if there's one thing or a few things that you could tell people who aren't really knowledgeable of the fact of people with handicaps, what could you tell them?
People need to know that I won't bite. So they can come out to me even if they're afraid, and we can figure out a way to communicate. She doesn't want people to feel awkward I can't talk to her and try to avoid her. She wants them to be comfortable. Being deaf doesn't hurt you. That's what I wanted to let you know.
I want to thank Danielle for sharing her story and hope that everyone has a better understanding of her and her disability. Roberta, Carlin, Hawk TV News.